What's going on, guys? So I just got done fishing, and gonna go ahead and do a quick bait check for you guys. Talk about what I was throwing, and then we'll get into the videos. So to start out the morning, I actually was throwing the Z-Man Mulletron. Okay, this is the Slam Shady color. Had it rigged on, I believe this is a 16th. Yeah, I had it rigged on a 3/16. This is the ZWG jig head from Z-Man. Okay, they've got that little red peg right here that helps keep your bait on. It helped for the most part keep these baits on. I'll be honest with y'all. Okay. So real quick, I'm not going to dive too much into this because I could talk about this for an hour, but real quick, guys, if you're buying these Mulletrons, which don't get me wrong, they're great baits. They look great underneath the water. Oh my goodness, they look extremely lifelike. That big tail just rocks back and forth. You can pause them and twitch them. But anyway, if you're rigging these and you're fishing these with the expectations of being able to rig these weedless like this and skip these under mangroves or docks, I have news for you. They don't skip very well. Okay, not rigged in this system. Okay, not rigged with these jig heads. Okay, they don't. I'll just be honest with you. They just don't. They don't skip. They tumble. So they'll hit the water like this. Instead of going and skipping, they will go like that. They will like skip one time and then fall over. They don't skip underneath docks. So if you're wanting to skip these, okay, if you're fishing underneath mangroves or docks like I was, and you're wanting to skip these, what I would recommend are two things. Either take I don't think I have one in here, I do not. Either take a 2 or 3/0 circle hook, depending on what you're fishing for, and nose rig it, basically. Just run the circle hook right up through here and nose rig it like you would a shiner, okay? And pitch it underneath the dock or underneath the mangrove and slow roll it, and it will sink a little bit below the surface and you can slow roll it. Or I would recommend taking a jig head, not necessarily this is just a finesse style jig head, but taking a jig head and it doesn't even look half bad, to be honest with you, and throw a jig head, okay? And you can skip a jig head underneath. It will skip a little better, okay? Just my 2 cents, okay? Like I said, I bought these thinking that I could rig them weedless and skip them underneath docks, and they'd work just fine. And like I said, that was not the case, okay? They don't really skip. Like I said, they tumble. So just be aware of that, okay? Anyway, I get back on track here. So I threw these for maybe 30 or 45 minutes. I had one really big snook, mid-30s fish, follow my little Mulletron all the way out. She inhaled it as she came to me. I set the hook, pulled the hook out of her mouth. It is what it is. After that, didn't have any more hits on them. So I switched up, and I went to a bait that is quickly becoming my favorite new little bait from Z-Man, and that is this bait right here. Okay, so this is the 3.5 inch, 3.5. This is the split tail shad tail. Okay, and this color right here is called the Shiner color. Great little bait. Here's one that's not so beat up. As you can see, this one's gotten pretty beat up already. Great little bait. Looks just like a small little. I think they look like little croakers. I've had guys tell me that they mimic like little sand perch, but they mimic a small bait fish. And everything in saltwater eats a small bait fish, whether it's a 15-inch snook or a 100-pound tarpon. Everything in saltwater will eat small little bait fish. Okay, you don't always have to throw big giant swim baits to catch big giant fish. Okay, I have caught many big fish, many big snook, big redfish, and big tarpon on small little baits. So throwing those finesse kind of finesse style baits, I went with the finesse style jig head. This is the right here. There we go. This is the Z-Man Finesse Shad Head, or Shad Jig Head. So this is an 1/8 ounce right here. That's kind of the size I was sticking with. All right, now you've got a real, I mean, this is a sticky, sharp hook. I mean, it's a super sticky little hook. All right, all these fish have to do is just swim around it, and they're gonna get stuck. Now that being said, it's a fine wire hook. I mean, if you look at that jig head compared to some of the other ones I throw, right, you have a lot thinner wire hook on this one here. So that being said, do not throw this on like a medium heavy rod, okay? You're gonna throw this on like a medium light or a medium action or a light action rod. Something that you're not gonna rip the hook out of that fish's mouth or bend that hook out, okay? Now, I ended up throwing the shad tails for quite a while, caught some good fish on it, and then I ended up switching up in the afternoon when the water got a little murkier, and I threw the Slam Shady paddlers from Z-Man. Okay, this is the 4-inch. It's kind of one of my all-around kind of favorite profiles to throw from Z-Man. The paddlers are just, in my opinion, the best profile that they make. It's a great bait. You can swim it, you can jig it. You can bump it on the bottom. You can crawl it, whatever you want to do with it. But I was throwing the Slam Shady, and then I was also throwing the minnows in the Right Stuff color. So all of those were either on an 1/8 ounce finesse style jig head or an 1/8 ounce swim bait eye jig head, one of the two. Okay. Anyway, guys, for the rod was a 7'4". This is a medium action. This is a G Loomis NRX inshore. The reel, Shimano Twin Power. This is a 3000. 10-pound braid, 30-pound leader. I actually was throwing monofilament leader and not fluorocarbon. Kind of doing a little bit of a field test on that. Recently, I've heard some stuff about the fluorocarbon leader, and I've thrown fluorocarbon leader as long as I can remember. But from what I've heard, it's kind of all a big scam. that the fluorocarbon is not nearly as abrasive resistant as the companies say. It's not as clear underwater as a lot of companies portray it to be, and it's basically just a marketing tool. And a lot of people push it. You know, I know a lot of TV guys, a lot of TV hosts and stuff that push it, and a lot of people are just saying, hey, just throw a 30-pound monofilament. It's better. It's more abrasion resistant. It's clearer underwater, you know. And so I threw a 30-pound monofilament, and I'll be honest with you, there wasn't that big of a difference. Not to me. I didn't notice that big of a difference. I still had to retie after almost every other snook that I caught. Most of my leader was frayed up, whether I threw monofilament or fluorocarbon. So yeah, didn't really notice too big of a difference. But anyway, next time I go back out, I'm gonna throw the monofilament again, and who knows, maybe I'll notice a difference that time. But anyway, let's get into the clips, let you guys see everything, and then we'll bring you back and we'll kind of do a little ending, and got some news coming up for you guys too, so stay tuned for that in the next video. All right, take care. All right, guys. It's been slow, so I wasn't really recording. Didn't get to eat, but nice little solid redfish here. 20-inch fish, maybe. Come here, little buddy. Come on. Come here. Thank you, sir. Look at you. Look at that. Ate that little Z-Man shad tail on that finesse jig head. That came right out. Pretty little redfish. Thanks, pal. And fish. I should have hit right there. Yeah, it makes it hard for guys to fish docks when there's lines everywhere. Not really ideal. Yep, another one. You're all wet, pal. Another one. Thanks, buddy. There's our slam right there, buddy. Yeah. Whoa, trout pulling drag. Come here, sweetie. Come here, darling. I'm gonna let you go. There's the slam right there, buddy. Nice trout. Thank you, darling. Another trout. Another trout. All kinds of fish underneath this dock, huh? Come here, sweetie. Come on. Come here. Good solid trout right there. Tell you what, that little thin wire hook is doing the trick. All right, goodness. I guess she was ready to go. So guys, this is the new bait from Z-Man. This is the 3.5 inch shad tail. And this little bait right here has been getting the job done, especially on this dock. Come here, sweetie. She garbaged that thing. There was another one. There was another one under that, and that's next. That next little cavern over. I saw him ghost through there when she hit. Here, sweetie. Whoo! Nice fish. Good red. I thought I saw a shadow under there. That's a good red. It's the top of the slot fish, probably. Well, that's back-to-back docks with redfish on them. All right. You made your point. Come on. Let's not make a career out of this one fish. Come on. Come here. Come here. Nah, that's all right. I'll grab him. I'll grab him. Come here. Yeah, you're done. You're done. You're done. Solid fish right there, man. I'll take that. All day long.
All day.
Thank you.
Nice.
Perfect. Thanks, pal. About ready? There you go. All right, thank you. You got munched, didn't you? Pitch back in there. If you didn't feel the hooks, you might get him again. Nice. Here, get some air, buddy. Hey, I'll catch him this size all day. Come here, pal. Come here. Come here. Come here. Goodness gracious, dude. He thinks he's 20 pounds. Gone. Thanks, bud. Oh, the Beatty's coughing up. Gotcha. Not a bad little fish. I guess you're ready to go. Decent snook. Yeah, I think I would go with the Slam Shady if I were you. Come on. Come here. Gotcha. Hello. Oh wow, you garbage that thing. Oh my gosh. I'll need you to hold the rod for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed the videos. So, like I said, guys, real quick, I'm kind of gonna close off. It was a good day. It was kind of tough conditions to start out the morning. It was a little slow at first, and then once that wind picked up in the afternoon, it really muddied up that water, and it got those fish really fired up. That's one of the big things I've noticed about, fishing docks, or fishing any kind of structure, but mainly when you're wading docks. When you get that good, current flow, and you get that good wind that's right in your face as you're skipping under those docks. I mean, I've literally stood up on top of the docks and watched snook with their noses pointed this way, and all of a sudden the wind switches directions and the wind starts blowing this way. Those snook will literally just do this and turn their bodies around and point their noses into the wind, and they'll sit there underneath those docks and they will wait for bait to get blown right by them, and they'll jump out and they'll grab them. It's easy to see. It's another thing to try and make it work. Okay, it's an easy thing to observe, and you can be up on a dock like I was and look down and see the fish turn, and you're like, okay, they're facing that way now. We have to cast upwind into the current and let it drift back through. It's another thing to actually execute and make it happen. Okay, it's a little bit easier said than done, especially in the wind. So make sure you're using the right tackle. If you're fishing docks, if you're not experienced with wrangling fish out from underneath docks, if you're not comfortable going underneath a dock and potentially going into neck deep water to get a big snook out, up your tackle. Move to a 5,000 or 6,000 size reel. Move to, instead of throwing 10-pound braid or 15-pound braid, move to 20, 30, or even 40-pound braid for your leader. You're probably going to get a lot less bites, but move up from 30 like I throw and move to 40 or 50 or hell, even 60-pound leader in some places. If the water is murky enough, you can do it. All right, a rod instead of a medium action, a medium heavy or a heavy, right? And if you're not comfortable or not experienced enough going under docks and potentially, like I said, wrangling and I call it dog walking, where you kind of just hold your rod and you kind of do this and you follow that fish around. That fish is straight up and down, and you kind of follow her around so you can get her out from under the dock. If you're not comfortable with that, if that kind of makes you scared or whatever, right? If you're just not comfortable going under docks, you're going to have to be able to pull those fish out. So up your tackle. Like I said, instead of a 3,000 size reel, move to a 4,000, a 5,000, a 6,000. Move from, 10 or 15 pound braid to 20, 30, or 40, and then your leader size, bump up your leader to anywhere from 40 pound to maybe even 60 pound leader. Like I said, you're probably going to get a few less bites, but I mean, you stick that big snook or that big redfish, and you can literally just, you know, thumb that spool and pull those fish out from underneath those docks if you need to. So again, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the clips. I love being able to do this for y'all. I love being able to make videos and post and let you guys see the things that I love to do. I love to fish. I've loved to fish ever since the day I was born. Sometimes I feel like it's what I was put on this earth to do. So I figured while I'm doing it, I would love to teach people about it and help in any way I can you guys become better anglers. So guys, I'm gonna let y'all go. That's it. I'm done. Feel free, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop a comment and ask. I usually get back to any questions people ask. And we will hope to see you guys very soon for another video. All right, guys, take care. And as always, tight lines and don't fish out your spots. See ya.